Yo, what's up? I'm playing Viscera again now. It's been a kind of a while since I've uploaded. I apologize. Wait, has it? I don't actually know. I haven't checked. I've lost complete track of time. It might have been, it might not have been. I'm assuming that it has been a while since I uploaded. But anyway, hello. I need to stop uploading more frequently. Either way, it's been a while since I uploaded the last Viscera one, and I attempted to get. Oh Jesus! I attempted to get a another Viscera out instead of the last TF2 video, but it's like didn't go so well because number one, for some reason, OBS recorded it in like the smallest screen ever. So like when I started editing it, I had to like stretch the screen out to actually fit not just a small black box in the corner, which made the resolution kind of bad. On top of that, I must have been tired during recording it or something because it was like the humor was just at an all-time low. I don't know, it was kind of boring. So you know what, I'm just gonna record something else. My initial plan was to re-record the Viscera, but then I realised that wait, I've already progressed in the game, so I'm gonna have to go back and restart. Oh, I left some blood there. I have to go back and restart it from the start so I can be back to where I was at the end of the last episode, so it would make sense. Actually, I say that. So, at the end of the first Viscera video, if you watched it, actually, after I ended the recording, I forgot to save. So, after I ended it, I had to go back and do everything again that I did in that video. This is so annoying. So I did that, and then that's all good. But then obviously I had to restart it anyway, so I might as well just not have done it. Which I did it all legit. I did not cheat at all. Ignore that. Yeah, no. Okay, yeah, I was cheating. It's like I've already done it before, so it's like, look, I want to do this quickly. This is why you'd also notice I was moving stupidly fast in the intro there. I was flying around. But yeah, this is like a little like command menu thing. You can like put yourself in God mode and everything, and then yeah. I don't know how to turn that off, so that's staying on for now then. There's not really any ways you can die in this anyway. The only way you can really die in Viscera is if something falls on you and it kills you. Also, my character is 18 now. I think when I was redoing it, I was like 50 something. It's such a variety. Also, so I went round and cleaned up all the blood and Viscera and stuff like that, but obviously I've missed some. I've realised as I was walking around. Fucking hell, this dude did not have a good time. Let me just sort this out. I'm gonna just throw this. I clicked the wrong button. I'm gonna throw this. I now need to take this dude down. Come on, sir. Well, I'm gonna make a mess while doing this because I can't actually see where I'm going. I can't actually see the body because it's out of screen. And every time, if you don't know Viscera, every time this body hits a surface, it puts blood all over it. And also, this is where I've... Let me go down here. That's where I've dumped all the bodies. When I get down to this area, I'll haul them all into the incinerator, but it's just easier than having to, like... It's easier than having to go round and take them all to the incinerator individually. Also, that will just make a lot of mess blood-wise. Okay, I need to clean up all this blood first, Jesus Christ. I remember when I first started playing this, I'd always try to like clean the like blood off of the briefcases, but is it literally just part of the texture? It's not actually anything you can clean. Also not something you can get done for either. You know what, an issue with actually being able to fly in this, I was flying around, as you'd noticed, there was a lot of buckets all over the place around here. Because I was flying around and I kept knocking them over with my feet, which was like really annoying. Because then I'd just throw the bucket across the room and then I have to, yeah. I had to get a new bucket, hence why there's so much empty buckets around. A lot of these weren't actually full. They weren't like fully used. Most of them are cleanish. I used them once and then knocked them over. Speaking of which, I need to actually put this right. I need to actually take this down at some point. I'll do it when I do the bodies. I should really move it to the top of the stairs. I'm not going to because I don't know. Can't be bothered. Well, I didn't actually need to do that. I got a spare box here. So today I'm just gonna. This is what I actually did in the last recording that I didn't upload. I'm gonna just get rid of all this stuff all over the floor. And well, yeah. I'm gonna fill all the boxes up, not take them down. I'm just gonna fill them up and put them in a corner. This guy was just very blunt. Just F you, man. Who's he aiming? Imagine he's like aiming that at like one of the colleagues who are also like protesting. And he's like secretly insulting them because they've got some like beef. I don't know. Don't judge me. But this game has some heavy lore. I think the main gist of this is like, I'm gonna pick up the signs by the way. That's all that's going in this box. The main gist of this is I think the workers were unhappy with like working conditions and pay and all that stuff, so they started revolting, and then instead of dealing with it, the management just killed them all. Which, fair enough. That's one way to deal with a problem. I haven't actually read all the notes on this yet, so I need to actually do that. But the thing is, I might reread some notes. 'Cause I can't remember what I read last vid. What? Okay, that's just really good English. I can't remember what I read last vid and what I didn't. So I'm just gonna, if I reread something, that's just fine. The first vid ain't got much views anyway, so I doubt a lot of people. If this one does get more views, I doubt it will get more attention. I'm gonna read this. Every time I read these, I'm gonna cut and then I'm gonna come back and then summarize it. But you can just pause it and read it for yourself if you'd like. Okay, see you in a minute. So this note is by someone called Ruthfielder. I'm sure we'll find a ID card somewhere in her body somewhere, because that's just how this game works. It turns out that it's like she's scared of management or something, and then she thinks she hears a noise, and then she goes downstairs because she thinks it's too exposed. I'm gonna leave all these notes that are lying around, and I'll come back for them. I love just reading all of these like signs, like we're dogs, not pigs. Like, what does that even mean? I mean, this one, I get this one, we demand rights. That one's just rambling on about animals. Like, this one says don't replace, say no to machines. So, oh yeah, machines were involved. I do remember picking up some robot bodies. I remember doing that. You know what? I think this box is full enough. I'm gonna take this round. Jesus Christ, that could have been bad. I almost just slung all of those across the entire room. That wouldn't have not English. That would not have been good. Also, my last TF2 vid, that got a lot more, like, support than I thought it would. My last two vids have, to be fair. Like, it's the first, like, day after I uploaded my last vid, it was the TF2 one. The last day after I uploaded it, it was just got no attention at all. It was just, like, 0 views, 0 likes for, like, ages. And the next thing you know, the next day it being uploaded, it kind of just blew up. I don't know what happened, but it got, like, 40 views in a day, which is kind of mad. Obviously, I've mentioned this before, you see this from a different perspective if it's actually your channel. Obviously, if you're just an average viewer who watches like big YouTubers as well, you're like, oh, 40 views, that's nothing. But like when it's actually your channel, you see it differently. Because I was one of those people, like, oh, 40 views, that's nothing. But, like, it's weird. I don't know how to explain it. It's just weird. Either way, it's on like 101 now, I think. So it's actually my first vid to get over 100 views, which I love. I love that. So thanks if you actually watched that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Also, these bullet casings are the bane of my life to pick up, especially when there's a bloody filing cabinet lying on them. Look, can you just move out of the way? Also, it's really fun to like throw things in this game. There's a box. I'm gonna do this and fail completely, but you can just throw things. It's really easily. It's so fun. Also, last episode I did have a head bobbing mode on in the graphics, and that's on by default. I should have turned it off earlier, but yeah, I don't know. I think I did it while I was like replaying this the first time after not saving it after the first episode, because it's like I had kind of a headache, so I kind of wanted to just like chill and do it, but I couldn't because I kept seeing the head bobbing, and I thought, you know what, it's just gonna make my headache worse. So I turned it off, and it's a lot better. Either way, I don't know why I've not moved this box. I should really move it closer to where the bullet casings are. I'm not going to. Is there anything else down? I think this corner's done. I'm have a specified, like... Oh, okay, well that's just a really bad idea from me. I don't know what I thought was going to happen. I'm have specified sign boxes and specified, like, rubbish boxes. Like this one. It's just miscellaneous. This is, like... just rubbish and bullet casings. And also, I think one of the most annoying things to store in these boxes is glass shards like this. These are such a pain in the arse to put in the fucking yellow box things, disposal bins. That's the word for it. They're such a pain in the arse to store because it's like they just don't fit. But I'm also not going to go down and take them down to the incinerator one by one, so I have to put them in there if we want to save time, but it just takes a lot of effort. Speaking of glass, this is going to be a glass box so I can demonstrate how annoying it is to store them. Look, this is just... Okay, I need to actually move this because that's not going to... Oh my god. I almost just went flying. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, let's try this. Let me try turning this upside down this time so the smaller sides at the bottom. Don't fall, please. This is going to make it really awkward. Oh, well, I'm flying now, apparently. Well, okay, I guess if you don't know about the old, like, command feature, then, like, obviously that's a way to do it. Also, for me, I guess I'll tell you, I'll say what key I pressed to do it. I pressed, like, the @ key to get up. I don't know if that's... If you want to try that yourself, that's the key I pressed to do it. It might be different on yours, but... Also, if you want to know what, like, commands you can use, like, I think I got it finally. If you want to know what commands you can use, they're all on Google. Just search your commands or whatever. Just search your... I don't know, just search up Viscera commands, and I'm sure it'll come up with what you want. I guess if you're sick of playing like the boring old normal Viscera, you can just mess around with the things like you've got God mode, you've got fly mode, you've got ghost mode, so you can actually leave the map if you want to. You've also got like a kill near mess thing, so you can just delete signs and stuff like that if you want to, if they're just annoying you. Also, I guess another way you can get rid of this oh my god, English. Another way you can get rid of this glass is by burning it with one of the laser guns, but it's kind of risky because then it makes a mess. Like if you do it wrong, it makes a mess anyway when it burns. It makes like black tar all over the place, and I just kind of can't be bothered to just have to clean up everything again especially after I've already done like cleaned up all the blood and everything. I can't be able to go and get another bucket, and yeah, it's a lot of hassle. I'd rather not. There isn't much glass in this level. It's just like there's like one more smaller spot after this, and then that's pretty much the entire glass feature of this game, or this level even. Okay, this box is already full. Sure, I've hardly put any glass in this box, and it's already full. That's what I mean by how it's a pain to store. And also, little tip: if you're hauling around disposal bins, it's better to press Shift. Because I think you can change this in controls, but your character naturally runs. Like, this is the fastest he can go. So, when you're moving disposal bins, it's best not to go full speed, because everything would most likely just fly out. So, press Shift so you don't make a mess. Okay, I saw that devil, like, graffiti in the corner of my eye, and I just thought someone was stood there, and it scared the crap out of me. Bruh, why does this keep happening? I'm gonna tip that out. I can't maybe I'll just stand on the bin and do it myself. Okay, I need to turn this one upside down because it's too wide otherwise to fit in. I just kicked something. I'm gonna throw you out of the way because you're gonna get on my nerves. Nice. Right. You know, I'm tempted to just like kind of throw these in, like it's quicker. But also I'd have to use more bins if I did that because they'd all fill up quicker. I'm playing it like this so they all like rest nicely against each other. So there's not one just like laying horizontally at the bottom, just keeping them all from going in, which does happen with glass in this game, to be fair. This is the only way you can put them in as far as I'm aware that like maximizes space. I say that as this one is just refusing to go in. There you go. Okay, sometimes it takes like a lot of precision to do this. Like, you need to be like careful. Sometimes it's better to just drop it in and let it go in itself rather than having to like shove it in. Okay, I don't think this one's gonna be. Oh, I almost left it all out. I don't think this one's gonna fit. Can I just rest this on top? Will that work? I might put it in a bit and then just let it rest because I can't like that kind of. I finally got it. Finally. It's kind of moving the box around there, as I've got to try and be careful. It's bugging out. I can guarantee if I was doing this, I guess it's not too bad, but it's more risky. So I don't want to just run at full speed and then everything fly out, because these shards of glass are a pain in the arse to get in here and keep them in. Get out of my way. See what I mean by throwing things? That's so fun. I kind of just wanted to do that. There's no reason behind me doing that. That wasn't actually in my way. I just wanted to do it because it was fun. Okay, now for all the individual bullet casings, I want to die. If I let me like, I was gonna do like the whole sign per box thing, like, well, this box is only for signs, but that will take absolutely just ages to do. I don't fancy, like, I don't really want too long of a video, so, like, come on. Okay, that'll do. I was gonna do it the other way around, but that works as well. Oh, there's a lot of bullet casings down here, really. I'm gonna throw all this out the way. Also, I don't actually think you have to incinerate all of these, like, filing cabinets. I'm pretty sure you can just leave them if you really want to. I'm incinerating them all anyway, just to be safe. You know, people like speedrun this level, the speedrun like levels in this game. As something they do to make it quicker, they like burn the bodies into like a ball. Because you can do that. You use a laser gun on the bodies. If you didn't know, there's a laser gun in this game. That's what you use to get the bullet holes. But yeah, they laser gun the bodies and turn them into like a ball of meat, and then they kind of just like throw them all out. They put them into like a pile, and they start like throwing them all at once down. Just they keep moving them along one by one. What is this? That's a bullet casing stuck on the floor. I'm gonna just use my cheats here to go to this. Give me a sec. Like that. And that killed the bucket. Wait, is it killing its mess for this then? Yeah, it was. See, I did that because if that fell through the floor, number one, it's gonna be really awkward to do the kill nearest mess thing because it'll be constantly falling down, so it'll have to like kill every single mess in this map before it actually kills that one. And also, the game will still register it as being an item in the game, so I'll still get done for having that because it's not been deleted. Because the incinerator deletes the items. So I had to make sure that was gone, because otherwise I was not going to get 100% either way. Also, I might have mentioned this in the last one, but the way the... Okay, I need to actually go in this room and do this. The game's way of, like, telling you if you've missed any items is it puts, like, objects, or not objects, it puts, like, letters around the room, like, sort of like news articles, if you will, of, like, incidents that happened in the area after you left. So it'll say like someone tripped on a bullet casing and died, and that's its way of saying you left a bullet casing on the floor, you idiot. Or also like if you leave like one of the noodle boxes things, it'll say someone tried to eat out of it and they died. I don't really know why they'd eat out of it, but I'm pretty sure it says something like that. It's like, bruh, come on. I'm pretty sure it looks like it's got blood in it, so I don't see why you would eat out of that. But sure, what's this letter? I think I read this before. Jane Doe, hygiene engineer. 2184. Jesus, this is way in the future. They're playing kids. They're playing it. Oh well, where did that go? Oh, it's there. They're celebrating, playing a game. That's what they're doing instead of working. Apparently, I keep doing that. She's hearing things in events. Management. Oh my god. Management has not talked to them at all. She thinks it feels too easy. So she's worried while they're all playing games and being idiots. Fair enough. That's what I would do. I mean, if you're celebrating, apparently they're playing a game of some sort. Honestly, why not? You go to work and you go fucking... See, they want to get paid more. Yeah, they're wondering why they're not getting paid much yet. They're playing games. This is a noodle box I'm on about. Look, it looks like blood. It looks like it's got blood on it. But maybe it's just remnants and noodles, but it kind of looks like blood. So if you saw this lying around, why would you eat out of that? Like, come on. And you wonder why you'd get sick from that. Okay. One of these things, sometimes these dispensers can like just dispense body parts. Worryingly. I don't actually know how like the body parts got in there. I assume someone killed someone and just put their limbs inside the like cleaning dispensers, which is just kind of morbid, not gonna lie. What's this one? Elizabeth Whitehall, she's a HR manager. Okay, this is the long one. I'm gonna read this and come back. Okay, this HR manager she's just like found out about some run-ins with the sanitation crew, which is what all these dead people are. So the sanitation crew that they all had run-ins with died, so she's got to So she's gonna go talk to her representative, but she's worried because her representative has started to identify with a lot of the sanitation crew, so she's not sure if it's gonna work or not. Blah 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 blah. You get the gist of it. Bob Wolfios. You got like I don't know what Bob it is in this game, but he's like kind of like a. I think he's also a sanitation person now that's kind of gone rogue, and he's like kind of like some sort of messiah. It seems like, 'cause I'm seeing like Bob Wolfios. He seems like sort of a god to these personalities. Surely I'm a personality as well. Like, surely I should know about him, but clearly not. I don't know. I don't know this guy's thoughts. To be fair, imagine if this game had like thought processes. Like, so you walk into the room and there are subtitles on the screen going, "What is this place?" Imagine, that'd be such a cool addition. I mean, I know there is a big ass update coming out in this game eventually. I know they're doing a complete. I think it's like with the art style. I think is having a complete revamp. I've seen like teasers of it on the news for this game, but I mean, I guess the fact it's taking so long to come out is sort of a good thing, because it's like, because you know it's gonna be good. Because there has been certain games, not naming any games, where they've kind of rushed out like the release of the game or an update of the game, and it's kind of just flopped because, I mean, mind you, sometimes it's not their fault. Sometimes they got like pressured into releasing it, but sometimes like game companies or game developers would like release a game way too early before it's actually finished. Did not see that box there. And it would end up just being really buggy and awful because, in the day, it wasn't finished. But the public got impatient and released it. Okay, I'm gonna give a example. FNAF Security Breach. That was. I've seen a couple of screenshots from the public, and it seems like a lot of them are rushing the developers to leave it. I remember one is like, I think one of them was saying like either like release a game or I'm gonna find like a pirated version of it or something. I don't know. It's something along those lines. Basically, people are getting really impatient with them because they delayed it once already. So like, okay, so they're going like, because they delayed it by a year. It's like, where is it? And now, eventually, they succumb to the pressure. And then what happened? Oh well, the game was buggy. What do you know? Maybe you shouldn't have. People complaining about it. Maybe you shouldn't have rushed the developers to release the game. Maybe then it would have been good. I don't know. That's my opinion on it. I think it is also the developer's fault, because I think one of the worst things you can do as a game developer is tell. One of the worst things you can do as a game developer is tell the public the release date of the game, because like, I think that's one of the worst things you can do, because then public are going to be expecting it by that date. So if it's not ready by that date, you have a lot of pressure and a lot of angry fans. I mean, yeah, maybe it builds more hype, but it's also really risky. You need to be like 100% sure that. Oh, there's another person there. You need to be 100% sure that the game's gonna be done by that time, or because otherwise, like Security Breach, the whole reason they went wrong is because they gave a release date, it wasn't ready by that date, and they delayed it by a year, and then by the time the second release date came, it still wasn't ready, but the public pressured them to release it because it's already been delayed by a year anyway, and then it was really buggy because they hadn't actually finished the game. It's the developer's fault in that sense because they gave a release date. I think if you in game developing, that's a risky move because it could go wrong. Anyway, that's enough rambling. I'm gonna read this. Okay, Roger Wilco. I'm sure I'll find his ID card somewhere as well. Basically, he's surprised about how much progress they've made in like. Okay, so he's proud of how much progress he's made in the thing and the picketing, and then someone found a cache a bit. He's just celebrating basically. This one seems like he's talking about. So he's talking about how they've got like a lot of snacks and entertainment and that, and then apparently one of them found a really funky game, and then it just goes on to describe this game here, Viscera. So it seems like they're playing Viscera or a knockoff of it. It's like breaking the fourth wall. Okay, maybe why? Okay, why is there so much? What happened here? I can see like maybe this person here is like a hard worker. Like he wasn't much involved in this because there's not much around his thing. Then you got this guy just having a complete rough day. There must be like at least like 7 or 8 beer bottles here. How drunk was this one person? probably just one guy, like, out of the entire sanitation crew, just who made all this mess because he had, like, a complete drunk rage. Can you imagine if that was a law? That'd be so funny. I should also give a warning. It's a bit late for this now. This is a gory game, so if you don't like graphic scenes, I wouldn't watch this. I mean, I've already showed a pile of bodies at the bottom of the staircase, so maybe that's already an L. But yeah, I don't know why I'm saying this now. I'm past the gory part, but just yeah. If you don't like gory stuff and you've for some reason started watching this halfway through at this point, don't continue watching this because I'm gonna like at some point probably in the next episode I'm gonna go around and haul a load of dead bodies into an incinerator, quite literally. So if you don't like graphic scenes, I wouldn't watch the rest of the series because yeah, it's bad. This game is very detailed when it comes to just body parts. Mind you, I don't know, maybe I don't know, surely if you're watching this, you know what Viscera is, but maybe you don't. So in that case, I've explained it. It's a game where, like, there's multiple, like, you can, before you make the game, you can choose multiple maps, and each map is, like, is where, like, an incident has happened. Like, you need to clean up. Like, the management of that area expects, like, everything to be clean, because I presume they want to reuse the area, but they don't want anyone else who goes there to find out what's happened. Which is why, like, they expect it to be tip-top. What was the thing down there? What is this? Adam Jefferson. I'm gonna read this and be back. So this seems like this is an office worker who's come down to use the bathroom down here. It seems like he's above us upstairs, and he had a run-in with a drunk sanitation worker, and he's like, oh, why do they have like, why did they get beer from? And he's like, management needs to do something about it. So maybe was it him who snitched on them to management? Or wasn't there like idea to like get management's attention anyway? I don't know. I'm going way too heavy into the lore in this. They need to just stop doing that. Okay, you know what? I'm just continue. Okay, this video's gone on long enough. I need to shorten this down a bit. So I'm gonna do my editing stuff here, but I'm gonna just put a lot of this into the rubbish, I'm gonna collect up a lot of this rubbish, and I'll be back with you. Okay, so that's this room pretty much cleaned. Apart from the one sign I've left here, but I'll get that in the next bucket I'll go around with. That's this room pretty much cleaned. This one's kind of just an assortment of all three. I've kind of just scrapped the whole sorted boxes things. Like, I can't be bothered. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this room here. Now I've only got this room to do, and then that's it. I'm gonna leave it here. I've done what I wanted to do. So this episode dragging on, so I need to finish this. Okay. What is this? Oh, I've already read this, it's fine. Have I missed anything down here? No, I have not. Okay, nice. Alright. I need another box. Give a box, please. You know what? Thank God that doesn't stack, because I might have accidentally just, like, released, like, 7 boxes there. Okay, might as well just get rid of these signs first. These signs say pretty much the same thing. It's all we demand rights. Like, don't replace us. Like, no to machines. We can't be your safety. It's all that sort of thing. But come on, be original. You're repeating yourselves. I need to be careful because I'm pretty sure you can break the windows in this game. I think you can. I think I've done it before. I might have done. I might not have done. I can't remember. But that'll be bad. Like, I'm just slinging a cabinet across the room and it hits the window and breaks it. It makes an even bigger mess. I would not like that, if I'm being honest. I don't want that. It's not weirdly, what the fuck. But yeah, one of the main reasons why I scrapped the last Viscera recording was because like for like 90% of the video I'm rambling on about YouTube. It's like, I don't know, it's like, it's kind of boring in a mass perspective. Maybe you would have enjoyed it, but either way it's too late now. I'm recording this. This box filled up very quickly. What happened here? There's something in this box that's having a just complete freak out on me, and it's just launched the signs everywhere. Okay. I want to pick up the rubbish, not the box, thank you. No, stop touching that. I don't know what happened there. You know what's funny? Before I started this, I wrote like an entire notes thing on how to do YouTube. I was kind of like analysing the arts of YouTube before I did it. I don't know. I wanted to get it right before I started, but I think maybe it helped a bit. I've still got those notes. I haven't deleted them all, so maybe eventually I'll read some of them out to you. But I think bear in mind this used to be like originally this was going to be a non-commentary channel. I wasn't actually going to talk on it. I think I touched on that in the TF2 vid, but I wasn't going to talk in it. Hence why my first video is me not talking. But then I realised how boring that is, and I just ended up saying, you know what, I'm gonna try a commentary out. What is this bottle doing? No, what is this? Come on. There you go, Jesus. I can hear some chaos going up and really? Really? Come on. This is what I mean, sometimes you just burst out body parts. Okay, you know, I really can't be bothered to go and clean all this up. I just... actually... I was just thinking, cause I've only got a few shards of glass in there to dispose of, so thinking I might not actually need that big of a box. But now it's just giving me some stuff to put in the box. So I'll take that, I guess. I was gonna just use commands to clean it all, but I guess I can use the box. I guess I can. Okay. Oh, I don't even footprints everywhere. God damn it. Who puts body parts in a bucket dispenser? Who did that? It's just unnecessary. Okay. I've got these to put away, and then that's it. I say that, I've just seen like a scrunched up paper underneath the table I need to get. You know, bear with me, I need to get this piece of paper. Bear with me. There you go. That's the way I figured out. If something gets stuck under the desk, you just do that, and you can just fly through. Maybe I'll give you a snippet of what ghost mode's actually like once I've done all this. I'm pretty sure there's a glass on the other side of this, is there? No? Oh, there was. Yeah, I'll find it. I'll find it another time if there is. Got this, and then this. And now... I'll do. That is all the mess done. That's everything. Finally. Jesus Christ. Took way too long. Look at all of this. All into boxes. Right now I'm gonna give you a snippet of what ghost mode is actually like, just in case you're curious. That's the snippet. This is like all the bodies that are just all over the place down here. Jesus Christ. Yeah, warning if you don't really like the sort of stuff. But yeah, this is the machine. This is what I need to get rid of all the things of graffiti. But yeah, I need to actually get down here first and look at all of this blood. I would have trekked all of this blood and just robot gunk all the way upstairs if I took these bodies down to the incinerator one by one. They would all come up here, which would have been a pain in the arse. So either way, that's it for me. I've done what I done what I need to do, and this is kind of dragging on now. So I'm gonna leave it here. Next Viscera vid, I will probably I'll probably sort all the bodies out and take all the buckets down and everything. I don't know. It depends what I feel like doing at the time. Either way, that's it for me. Like, subscribe. Okay, I said that weirdly. Make sure to like, subscribe. Anything like that. I'll take anything. You do you. Just yeah. You do you. I don't know what else to say. You do you. Okay. That's it for me in a bit. Peace.